Thank you for coming to the Straight From Me with Bryan Garner podcast YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe and turn on the notifications buttons. Thank you.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode number 4 of the Straight From Me with Bryan Garner podcast for the week ending May 16th of 2020. You can reach me on the following social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube by just simply searching Straight From Me. I'm on Twitter at StraightFromMe1. And you can listen to me on most of your favorite podcast providers. Just a heads up, I'm on a new hosting site, so if you're having issues finding me, go to bgarn productions, BGARN productions.com, and go to the drop down on the upper left and click, and you'll find out where I'm at. On this show, we'll take a look at world and national news, and I'll offer my opinion on what's going on out there in the world today. So sit back and let's go. In world news, coronavirus is still having a big impact. New cases are down, but not completely plateauing yet. The U.S. government had started a phase 1 opening in those areas of the country that can. We also have more testing. The one-time epicenter for U.S. coronavirus cases, New York State, is beginning to open up as well, with lots of restrictions, of course. Look for small spikes in numbers as testing increases, which is pretty normal. Nancy Pelosi has once again tried to pass a very political and extremely expensive $3 trillion quote, COVID-19 relief bill, unquote, packed full of her Democrat political wish lists. It passed the Democratic-ran House, but 14 Democrats did vote no, and 1 Republican voted for it for some reason. The Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has said the bill will be dead on arrival to the U.S. Senate. Some of the items that were proposed in the COVID-19 relief bill are giving everyone under another $1,200. The bill nearly gives $1 trillion to states to pay first responders on top of the $1,200 that were already given. Democrats say it's for lost tax revenues. Republicans say it's for bailing out states that have mismanaged their finances. Another $200 billion for essential workers that worked during the pandemic. Tax credits of the payroll protection program extending to unemployment benefits until next January, even though we're now opening back up and getting people working again. Here, the Democrats are clearly trying to entice you into not going back to work by also offering it in the payroll protection program. They're offering open enrollment into Obamacare exchanges for uninsured and to protect those losing their employer's insurance with the crazy expensive COBRA subsidies. They're offering another $175 billion to help families pay their mortgage, rents, and taxes, and of course maximizing SNAP benefits, increasing those benefits by 15%. Another $75 billion for testing and funding for treatment. And, of course, the latest Democrat push for election and safeguards, which is code for vote by mail by including an undisclosed amount for the U.S. Post Office. Really quickly, the whole mail and ballot mess Democrats are pushing, they're stating that people are putting themselves in danger by going to the voting booth. Never mind that people pack into box stores and grocery stores, so that argument is null and void. This news should scare the mess out of everyone. Retired General Michael Flynn, who pleaded guilty to making false statements, which the entire time since then his lawyers have been screaming Flynn was framed. Well, this week that gained a lot of traction. In the previously sealed documents, the FBI opened, questioning if they could get Flynn to lie. Basically, the FBI entrapped him. Democrats and left-leaning media for years called Flynn a traitor, which he was found guilty, and there have been some more details emerging in the coming days. There should be some more details, in the coming days. which according to Flynn's lawyers, this pales in comparison to what they will be releasing soon. It does appear the Obama administration is behind the unmasking of Michael Flynn, although it remains a little unclear if Obama himself was involved. If that is ever known, I'll be very surprised. Joe Biden's sexual assault accuser, Tara Reade, has received a lot of flack lately as the left-wing mainstream media tries to sweep it under the rug. Here's what I will say. Whether Biden did sexually assault Tara Reade, I don't know. What I am saying is that this is indeed turned political. What has happened is a double standard on each side. Democrats are falling all over themselves to get Kavanaugh with sexual misconduct, including Joe Biden and the self-righteous Hollywood celebrities saying all women should be believed. But now all of a sudden, they're saying all women should be believed, not this one. Here's what I will say. Whether Biden did sexually assault Tara Reade, I don't know. What I'm saying is this is indeed turned political. What has happened is there's double standards on each side. The Democrats were falling all over themselves to get Kavanaugh with sexual misconduct with hardly any evidence at all, including Joe Biden and the self-righteous Hollywood celebrities saying all women should be believed. Now, all of a sudden, they're saying all women should be believed, just not this one. The double standards are amazing, but it does happen on both sides. Joe Biden is now all in on these virtual interviews. The bad thing is he continues to make gaffes and misspeaks. Earlier this week, he actually said, if you believe Tara Reade, then don't vote for me. He's consistently struggling to remember the smallest things. His most and worst gaffe ever has been the statement that he made on a very popular radio show called The Breakfast Club. Biden actually said, and I quote, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or for Trump, then you ain't black. Meaning that Biden thinks that since he's the Democrat nominee now, or basically now, that he's automatically entitled to the African-American vote, and he has it all wrapped up. This has enraged a lot of African-American voters on both sides of the aisle. Trump's political numbers speak the exact opposite of what Biden thinks. He has positive numbers when it comes to his support of African-Americans overall. They have the lowest unemployment rate ever on African-Americans. They have the highest job wage increase overall. He has the highest ever approval rating from African Americans. Contrary to what the Democratic Party wants you to think, most African Americans support this president, which drives the Democrats absolutely crazy. And this is why they tried the race baiting tactics, like calling Trump a racist every chance they get, which his national numbers prove otherwise. Trump has come out and stated that he is taking hydroxychloroquine. The important part here is the hydroxy part. You have to actually be prescribed this by a physician. As you know, it's been around for decades, and it is used to mostly treat lupus and malaria. And doctors are prescribing it more and more. It has fairly great success. It slows this virus down from spreading and actually speeds up the recovery. Democrats tout that there is not enough testing, but what they're not telling you is this drug does not need testing because it's already been approved for the lupus and the malaria parts. So the doctors can actually prescribe anything they want to when the drug has actually been approved already. I think the study needs to be completed. That it shows that it gives you a chance to build your immune system beforehand. That's what I feel. And that'll help you fight the coronavirus if you get it. There may be something to that also. The president does these things to basically entice the media, make them look like fools because of the way they're acting. It's just funny to me. It's very, very hilarious sometimes. But there are some things that get on my nerves about the tweets and all that. But most of the stuff is done just to antagonize the media and make them look foolish for what they and expose them for what they really are. Let me just tell y'all a little something about me here. I'm running into a lot of flack on Twitter with because I stand up to these Democrat folks and I challenge them to think is what I basically do. Now, I'm probably not going to change anybody's minds because I'm just me, but I don't throw just little memes and little cute little sayings at you. I back it up because I do my research. I back it up with a lot of research. I'll throw a non-biased story. I'll share that with them. There's really nothing they can say. That's when they get the maddest and they start throwing little fits, and that's when they start calling you names and calling you a racist just because you disagree with them. You're a racist when they know nothing about you. That's just ridiculous because I am nowhere near a racist. But I do have fun with the challenge. It's just hilarious watching them go all over themselves to just when they have nothing else to say, that's what they back themselves up to is, oh, you're a racist, you're an idiot, you're this and that and the other. I'm like, give me something, a response back so I know that you've got a brain in there somewhere and that you actually can respond with something factual, but they can't do it. That's going to wrap it up for this week. Ask you to please go to my website, Garn Productions, one word, of course, BGARN Productions.com. You can go to the upper left-hand corner, hit the drop-down box, and you can find both of my podcasts there. Either one you want to listen to. This is the Straight From Me podcast. The other one is called Red and Blue Report. That's a local college sports team that I like. That's all about them. That's about it. So just I'm on all kinds of different listening platforms. I'm now on Buzzsprout using their hosting site. They've got me all over the place. All your majors and of course, there's some that are not quite as known, but I'm on there also. So I'm just about anywhere. You have any way possible you can listen to me. But we will see you next time. Until then, have a good one and bye.